The VTubers are being banned, but I couldn't tell you
Why
why.
were they banned?
What
That's the
happened?
question being asked today as we turn to Lena Lazar. Earlier tweeting out, I have just gotten confirmation from my Twitch rep that I will be getting a 24-hour ban this week due to quote-unquote inappropriate attire.
Hmm. Hmm. Should we enforce dress clothing policy when it comes to cartoon avatars? Hmm. I would say, I guess I want to say no, for real, for real. It's like they're VTubers. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's like the VTuber has a person behind it, and like, sure, maybe you should have standards for like appropriate attire on the website. But this is something you need to enforce throughout the entire site. It cannot just be an attack on VTubers just because they're, I don't want to say there's prejudice because they're anime girls, but you never know how some people are.
I was lucky enough to be told ahead of time, but VTuber Mutuals, heads up, as most likely a lot of you will be hit with bans this week as well. Lena adding
Damn.
that she was given the reason
So what, bro? The way she phrased that, like you will be getting banned. Like for real?
of quote-unquote not enough cover in the pelvic area. Adding to be clear, so anyone with high-waisted outfits or little underwear. Lena on Discord also adding this Q&A, saying, I have bad news. I just got a call from my Twitch rep to let me know that with Twitch's weird new sudden rules and changes to VTubers and quote-unquote VR
Oh,
chat,
they have a specific section for y'all. I have to check that out. I really want to check that out, actually.
I will be getting a 24-hour ban here in the next few days. Answering the question of why with the photo that they sent is me standing. That's it. Further answering the question of what now with I will get pinged again for a ban if I don't change my VTuber. And then responding to, but that's impossible. That's your VTuber. You can't just make another with I know. And
Mm, attire. Author Angela Hessen. We're updating the entire portion of our community guidelines to prohibit implicit nudity while streaming on Twitch. This update is in response to a recent meta on Twitch. I like how they're acknowledging, like, yeah, there is a way to actually become popular or financially stable on our platform. I like how they just throw that in there. Like, yeah, bro, there's a meta to how it works. But yeah. In response to this recent meta on Twitch, in which streamers use black censor bar, oh, I remember this, or other items to block their bodies or clothing, or position a camera in a frame such that the viewer is led to believe that the streamer is fully or partially nude. While most streamers have labeled this content appropriately with the sexual themes, um, label and are wearing clothing behind the object or outside the camera frame, for many users, the thumbnails of this content can be disruptive to their experience on Twitch. So, what experience do you guys want them to have on Twitch? So now viewers are expected to have a certain experience, and if you divert from that experience, Twitch is gonna hit you with a timeout or a ban hammer, or no, 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 you're leading the audience to do something that we deem not appropriate. This is an absolute overstep of fucking power. 100, and you can say it's their website. Yeah, sure, it's their website, but you guys got to realize there's a social boundary when it comes to anything in life, regardless if it's a company, because companies have humans working in them. So a human decided to say, hey, I don't like what they're doing. So I don't like the way that they're changing how I want my viewers to watch my website. So let me go ahead and say, as the creator, you're no longer allowed to do that. If you don't understand how this is an overreach in power, because right now it's concerning nudity, you need to think bigger, bro. It's not just nudity. So what if one day you're streaming on Twitch and you're talking about something political? And then now it's like, hey, we don't want you talking about right wing or left wing politics on our site. And they enforce this as well. I get right now they're talking about apparel, but if you can reach for this for apparel on a cartoon character, bro, they could do anything. They're a $1 billion company. They can do whatever they want, right? This is a social overstepping of power, at least in my opinion. You let me know how you feel about it, to be honest. I think this is actually insane. But yeah. While most streamers have labeled the content appropriately with sexual themes, label and are wearing clothing behind an object inside the current blah blah blah. Did I read that part of the experience? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can lead to be disruptive in their experience, right? So you're trying to say what experience they're allowed to have. But let's be real. If people are watching cam girls on the site, their experience is innately sexual. They're on there for their sexual gratification. That's the whole point for them, right? So are you saying like these people are not allowed to do that? Because bro, there's a lot of streamers you need to look at. If you're gonna say, oh, we don't want their experience to be of sexual nature, what experience do you want them to have? What experience do you want people to have on your website when you're watching other people do stuff like play games or talk about shit or be half naked or dance or sing or do arts and crafts, right? Or just hanging out, right? Which isn't just about games. It's about all of that plus more. ASMR, mukbang, whatever. Every streamer has their own niche. And right now they're attacking the VTuber niche, right? Because it has the ability to affect our sexual or yeah, our sexual preferences when it comes to 2D girls versus 3D girls, right? That's like the easiest way I can explain it from all sides, right? 2D girls and 3D girls is like the sexual preference. And essentially Twitch is like, hey, we don't want people to fall more into that. But anime's been popular for however long. So this thing has been alive since forever, right? Since Japan was able to make anime and hentai, and that shit just exploded all over the internet. Like you could just look at the numbers, bro. The numbers are going up for these VTubers, right? So more people are gonna be led into more of like an anime rabbit hole if they never really experienced a VTuber for the first time, right? There's some people that are experiencing anime through VTubers, is what I meant to say. They're experiencing that for the first time, right? So people that are their first experience with Japanese culture is like Gargura because she's just so popular, right? Back in my day, it was stuff like Pokemon, right? Pokemon came out and everybody was like, anime is lit, right? And then we got all like Yu-Gi-Oh, we got uh bro, we done got fucking Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, like Naruto, like all like even anime till today, right? Anime is so popular today. But it all started from something. It all started from somewhere. YouTubing is still young. It's still a young niche. Okay, they've been around for less than 10 years, right? So they're the new thing on the block. People are actually enjoying and falling in love with. That being said, of course, not everything is going to be a squeaky clean company. There's not going to be everybody's going to be in a corpo, right? Because I'm talking to the VTuber fans anyway, right? Not everybody's going to be in a corpo, so they might be loose with whatever their designs are. That doesn't mean those designs shouldn't be allowed on the website. Whenever you have people that are legitimately like half naked, if not more, bikini sitting in a hot tub, and they're doing just fine, right? That's really not fair. I think this is an overstep stretch of the rules, an overstep of boundaries, personally. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. While content labeled sexual themes label isn't displayed on the homepage, this content is displayed in the within the category browse directories. And we recognize that many users frequent these pages to find content on Twitch. This update goes into effect today. Damn. What? Holy moly. Were they ever talking about this before they dropped it? Because if they just came out of nowhere and dropped this shit effective immediately, like, bro, y'all had to be at least thinking about doing this for a while, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Our goal is to make, and this is the reason why I'm skipping this one, right? But their goal is to make Twitch a safe and welcoming place for all of the communities that call it home. You can't do that. You cannot do that. There's going to be a boundary of entry for everybody on everything that they've never experienced before. There are people that are so popular on your platform, Twitch, that say a lot of opinions that actively makes your website hostile, right? I'm not saying ban them. I'm saying they exist, right? Bro, you can't just be making up rules willy fucking nilly, bro. Like you can, but there's gonna be extreme consequences for it. Now people are losing their jobs, they're losing their livelihood on a switch. And I get it. Some people don't care. They're like, oh, they're half naked women, they should get a talent or whatever, blase, blase, right? Or whatever thing that makes you want to say, no, they deserve what they deserve. Because this just is not fair, right? This 100% is not fair, especially if this came out today. Just, hey, we're dropping this and it's effective immediately, bro. Like, that's literally imagine like you're allowed. Well, shit, actually, this happened. You used to be in America. You were allowed to actually drink alcohol and drive, and it wasn't against the law. And then one day it changed. But if it just immediately changed, you know how people would legitimately be rioting in the streets. It slowly changed. They slowly started putting out the law. There's an interview on YouTube where people are like, yeah, I don't like that they don't let us do this and drive. They're taking away our freedoms. It's like, yeah, they are taking away your freedom, technically, but they're saving lives. They're saving lives because let's keep it real. Drinking and driving is not something I'm endorsing. I'm saying that's something that used to be legal and now it's not, but it changed immediately, right? And that's just the first one I could come up with. This this is affecting people and they didn't have a chance to change their job, basically. So say something that you enjoy doing, I don't know, let's say talking on the phone. You're not allowed to talk on the phone at work. Granted, a lot of people aren't allowed to talk on the phone at work right now. But you're not allowed to talk on your phone at work, period. That means not on break. That means not in the restroom. That means as soon as you go into those doors, your phone is off and your immediate attention is only at your work at hand. Oh fucking bro, you know how many people would lose their shit? You're not gonna let me talk. What if I got a family emergency? Yeah. What if you do have a family emergency, right? And it's like immediately. You don't get to voice your opinion. It just changes. Like, and if you don't like it, you're fired, or you're gonna get a timeout. Let's keep it fair. You're gonna get a timeout or something. You're gonna go a week without. Oh, you're gonna go a couple of days without pay. That's not good. It's not good. It's not fair. It's not cool. It's something that definitely needs to be thought about more. And on top of that, it does need to be announced more. But then again, maybe this was announced for months. Maybe because I'm not really paying attention to the internet, so I don't really know. Oh, there's a comment. Shout out to the comment section. Let's continue this video though.
Lastly, answering the question of, didn't they just roll back the rules? Saying yes. We're looking into it now. Looks like Twitch, not my reps, doesn't have any clue what they're doing and just targeting VTubers for existing. And as promised, Lena Lazar received her very first ban, saying I was told ahead of time that I would get a 24-hour ban, but not what day, so that date
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just I don't like the fact that oh shit. Bro, I got so angry my camera fell. I'm sorry. That was my spiritual pressure, my bad.
is today. I have black
Hold on.
tights.
Let me fix this. Is it good? All right. I think this is fine. How do you guys like the new background, by the way? You like it with the well, I did a video yesterday and I had this light on and it made it look different, but I don't know if it looked good or not. But yeah. Uh bro, I don't like how they could just immediately Say, hey, we're gonna screw you. By the way, we're not gonna let you know when exactly, but I'm gonna let you know you're getting screwed. Like, why didn't they? If you could let Lena know she was gonna get a ban, why couldn't you let her know to just change her outfit? Why couldn't you just let her know, hey, maybe you should change your VTube model and only use the one that's appropriate? Why is it, hey, you're gonna get in trouble? I'm letting you just know ahead of time. It's like whenever you did something bad at school, and then your parents is just like, wait till we get home, and you're just like, damn, it's dreadful. Legitimately, it's dreadful. Why didn't you just let her know to change the outfit, bro? Why you gotta take her money away for 24 hours? What the fuck? That's not fair. That's not
I will
fair.
turn on in
But
hopes
life's
it
not
was the
fair.
trick, but Twitch kindly didn't show me what about my attire was the issue. So all we can do
And they
now
don't
is
even
cross
tell
our
you.
fingers. More on those Twitch rule changes in just a moment, as we also have another ban, that being for Coconuts, responding
Damn.
with LOL for what? And further
Exactly.
tweeting, hey Twitch, could I talk to a real person about my ban instead of your automated email response? I'd really like to know why I'm getting the same length of ban as someone who had sex on stream.
What? What the fuck? Bro, what is the world that we live in, bro? Bro, these punishments are not equal. They are not balanced. They're not congruent. It doesn't make sense. What the fuck?
Support responding, hey Coco, I can see that you have appealed the suspension and that it was manually reviewed by the team and denied. The social team are unable to alter this outcome. Coconut saying further, I didn't
Why
quote unquote
not?
appeal anything. I'm asking why, and you told me too bad. How am I supposed to appeal something when I don't even know what I did wrong? Further saying, y'all didn't even have the common courtesy to ban me when
Facts.
Elden Ring DLC dropped. And that wasn't the only VTuber under scrutiny, as we also have Ebi banned for a second time. Putting on the clown wig and then providing a video for the reason of the ban. This VTuber revealing for 2 seconds on screen a bra that did not cover underboob, this being the more standard view here of the VTuber. Ebi further saying, all I can say is, if you're getting all these outfits from Booth, make sure to disable all toggles. This way you won't accidentally click one while updating your stream title. And then a week later, the same VTuber was banned for a third time. Responding, this is the second time this
Bruh. Help but the lack of the buffoonery. It's a bad buffoonery, bro. The second time this week, they screwed me. Bro, it's time to pack it up, dog. Yo, Edie, it's time to pack it up and just go to kick, dog, bro. Because at this point, Twitch does not like you.
week,
Bro,
what
it's
did I
time to
do
pack it
now?
up and move
But when
on.
I did this stream, it was fine. I'm so confused ever since I've been growing in the
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say, oh, it was fine back then, because then they're gonna punish you. That's how they double down. They don't change their mind and be like, oh yeah, my bad. We didn't do it right the first time, so we're gonna let you know. They say, oh, we messed up. Bam! Again. Don't do that. Don't remind them. Don't do that. Don't
SMR
do that.
channel.
That
This
is
has
not
been
gonna help.
happening. Adding where, show me
Same with YouTube. Don't let YouTube know you done did some shit in the past. They're gonna go get you.
where. Give me
They
a
will get you.
timestamp. When, which VOD. Was it the demon outfit from Wednesday? It's not
Don't.
far off from my OG outfit. Why would it be? I've seen people in less. How can
That's
I
a
move
self-report.
forward when I'm left guessing, Twitch? This VTuber receiving a
Facts.
suspension due to inappropriate attire, leading to her on her return looking like this. Asking, is this acceptable? Can you stop hitting me?
Bro, and it's crazy because these are 2Ds, these are cartoons, these are right. I know VTubers are actual people, but it's like, bro, they're going off their cartoon outfits, man. They're not real. They don't really exist. Oh man. Please, somebody give me like $10 billion. I will build my own V2 company. It'll be lit. It'll be amazing, but it will be strict and fair, bro. If I ban your ass, it's going to be because I banned you for a legitimate reason. And then I'm going to ban everybody else that also did it. you all get fairly banned instead of just some, hey, we're gonna change the rules last minute. Bye bye.
with the inappropriate attire now.
Oh,
But to explain what's happening, we need to go back just a few days. Checking
okay.
in now here with Links,
Links.
tweeting at the CEO of Twitch and saying, can you please shed some light on something? I and several other VR chat streamers were hit with a 1-day suspension in the
They
last
targeted
24
VR
hours.
chat
The reason
first.
given was inappropriate attire. If this is true, has Twitch reversed their statement regarding VR chat avatar guidelines that is shown below? This being a Twitch blog post from April.
I like her. I like her. She said, "Hey, boss man, since you keep changing rules, can you explain to everybody why the rule? Because I didn't even know who the CEO was till she said it." Oh, that's hey, I like her. I like
April of
her.
2020, updating their attire policy, with the first question being, how do the new rules about AR avatars impact my content if I stream a virtual reality sandbox game like VR Chat? Twitch saying our policy on augmented reality avatars applies to content where cameras and software are used to capture a person's physical likeness and translate it into a digital overlay. VR Chat is categorized as a game on Twitch, and in-game virtual reality models are not subject to our policy on inappropriate attire. But now something has changed.
You know you done fucked up, right? Somebody call legal mindset.
Twitch support replying to Links with, we are in the process of sending communications to VTubers and specifically VR chat streamers, but for the purpose of responding to this question directly, yes. The old blog from 2020 is no longer correct. We recognize that this may not have been completely clear given the prior blog you highlighted and apologize for this. We will update this. These streamers' warnings, including yours, have now been removed. VR chat streamers will now need to follow the same attire guidelines.
Why didn't you just do that in the first place? It's because you got caught. Because somebody caught you in your mistake. Because let's be honest, if you guys were making a lot of money, like legitimately a lot of money on Twitch and this happened and the rule change, blah blah blah, you'd be liable to some damages. They ruined your business on a mistake.
Lines as normal streamers. And now leading us back to that Lena Twitter post where she was given the reason for inappropriate attire. That last example reading using an augmented reality avatar on stream that has insufficient coverage. That example now also covering VR chat. VTubers like Camila responding with, yeah, I really hope so. I found it extremely unfair that VTubers couldn't have a crumb of underboob or booty fangs without getting banned, while VR chatters, on the other hand, I kid you not, wear almost nothing and face zero penalty. Make
Stop snitching, Camila. Damn.
it makes sense.
But
Also have the
she's speaking facts, but she's snitching.
variety VR chat content creator Parsifal saying good move. This is the VR chat Twitch niche, by the way. More than half of these streams are flagged as themed. Personally, Twitch is not the right place to advocate for this. If you feel like doing something themed, move to another platform that allows this kind.
And it's crazy because I agree and I disagree. I disagree at the same time, right? Can we agree? Yeah, maybe Twitch isn't the exact appropriate platform for sexuality and stuff like this. Yes, but it's also a freedom of expression to do so. You are free to do that on the website as long as you're not breaking their guidelines, which they keep switching up and changing around, right? So the point is, Parisville. It's not actually accurate, right? It's not fair. It's not a lot of things besides just fair, right? It's not making sense because you're allowed to do it one day and then the next day you're not, right? And right now you can say, yeah, it's for nudity. Yeah, this might not be the right platform, right? But who dictates that? Who dictates what the platform is for? The people that use the platform. So if a lot of people are into these 2Ds and these sexual things, which they are because they've been on the platform, Hot Tub Meta, Amaranth, all these women that use their bodies to get money, Yes, they have been on the platform for a long time, and they've helped grow and change the platform as well. You could say for the better, you could say for the worse. Regardless, sex sells. Twitch has been profiting off of these people and off of these women and off of everybody that shows themselves. They've been making profit, right? And they had no issue with it until it became non-profitable to do so. That's when the rules started changing. That's when laws started being changed. Now, what happens when they start changing the laws for gaming? What if they're like, yeah, this ain't the place for gaming. This is Twitch. This is something else, right? But who dictates that? Is it the company or is it the people? I personally believe it's the people because if the people aren't there to support your company or your whatever, you're not going to have a company. Am I right or wrong? Somebody let me know, bro. Let's continue.
Kind of content, do it for the better good, which has not been made for this reason. I always hear from outsiders that whenever I mention VR chat, they always associate it with content that they see online. In this example, it's Twitch. This, in my opinion, puts bad reputations on a platform I absolutely love and want to see thrive. New users can actually get scared of either seeing VR chat content like this on Twitch or even in-game. I don't
So what happens whenever we start getting people that are also not a fan of violence? Now you can't play Elden Ring on stream because it's violent. You can't play rated M games on Twitch anymore because it's violent. Rated M is for mature. There's not a lot of mature people on the internet. So let's dictate and cater to these people. Now you can only play games that are rated T for teen. Does that sound like a good place? Because it surely does not to me.
Don't care if this post might get me canceled or whatnot. I'm just really sick and tired of seeing this. Zach Boosie adding Twitch is now officially added to the community guidelines. This section of does the attire policy apply to VTubers? Answering the attire policy applies to VTubers.
Bro, why didn't you say his name like you normally do, bro? He'd be like, Zach Boosie. Paul Foss is so funny, dog.
In the same way it applies to other streamers. VTuber attire must meet the policy requirements whether the avatar is within a VR video game like VR chat or not. And then only 2 days later, Twitch would reverse this policy, but only for VR chat streamers, not VTubers. Replying to their own reply.
It's and like a loophole for that one that they could use is like they said video game characters, right? Your VTubers, even though they might be based off video games or whatever, they're OCs, they're original characters. So they do got a loophole on VTubers for real, for real.
To links saying we made a change to our enforcement guidelines recently regarding the application of our attire policy to VR chat streams. We received a lot of feedback from the VR chat community about the confusion this has caused, especially since it was not accompanied by a change to our published policy guidelines. Effective today, we are rolling back the change to the enforcement guidelines. Any strikes due to this change will be deprecated. That said, as stated in our policy, our attire policy guidelines still apply to VTubers. That point being in bold here, but it does not apply to characters in games such as VR chat. Zach now adding, here's what changed in the official community guidelines. The first was what the policy said yesterday, and the second is what it is now. This company's decision making is unhinged sometimes. Policy revision no longer mentioning VR chat or VR video games at all, and instead simply now only targeting VTubers. The day following that revision to the revision is when Lena was contacted by her Twitch rep, then being banned 2 days later, with Coconuts then being banned 3 days after that. Mythic Talent posting, we made a hoodie asset for all VTubers affected by this change. Enjoy. I made this in literal seconds. I know it looks awful. And if Twitch received responses from VR chat streamers, they most certainly received even more from VTubers after this revision to the revision. Astrolion's Lucius Merriweather saying, so you can wear whatever you like if you're 3D, but not if you're 2D. This is dimensionalism. Buff Pup stating, telling everyone you don't know what a VTuber is without actually saying it. Speedrun any percent. Saraway here with, I'll stream in the hot tub category from now on, every time I'm in 3D, if you don't mind. I'm not as undressed as most streamers there. Ms. KDB saying, I use VR chat for my VTuber software because I want full body and face tracking. And Kitnetic saying, I have the same model on VR chat.
So you might have a case, Miss Katie. You might have a case. Scan it and throw it into VR chat. I guess that part, well, it depends. When you make a character on VR chat, does that become part of VR chat's license? Because if not, You probably don't got a strong case.
Because I want full body and face tracking. And Kitnetic saying I have the same model on VR chat that I do as my VTuber. The exact
Unless VR chat owns a portion of your model, it doesn't count. It does not count, unfortunately.
same model.
I see what y'all saying though, but unless it actually is like, hey, I'm selling part of my model because I give it to VR chat and I let it be distributed on the platform, right? Unless you got one of those.
So you're telling me there's a difference if I stand in a VR chat world versus just showing my model in a world in a different 3D application? It's the exact same thing. VTubers aren't real bodies. You be saying I
think what the real issue is here, it's not about VR chat versus VTubers. They don't want VTubers on the platform. At least that's what it looks like, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? VTubers bring in a lot of money, so I don't know why they wouldn't, right? But if you look at the stats and stuff like that, and you see like Pekora, Iron Mouse, and every like what is it like 8 out of the 10 popular VTube or popular female streamers on Twitch are VTubers, right? So they have some type of game in the race. So I don't know. I really don't want to dive into conspiracy territory about that. You guys figure out why they like it. Honestly, it just sounds like they don't like VTubers. That's what it sounds like.
hate it here. Numi with the loudly crying face. Yoshi responding with, how does that make any sense? Milky tweeting, you guys are literal clowns. I wish you know how stupid this sounds, if only you knew.
And I'm glad that all these people are voicing their opinions, man. I am so glad you guys are voicing your opinions. Fight for your right to be on the platform. 100%.
Annie showing her confusion here.
All these other naysayers, the nudity makes the company look bad. Fight for your right to survive.
And Persephone saying this makes zero sense. VR avatars plus VTuber models are both virtual streamers, and VTubers shouldn't be held to a policy attire if VR chat streams aren't. It's unfair not to apply the same policies to both virtual streamers when we both use virtual avatars.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's a way we can flip this into actually becoming a way to seek uh reparations. You feel me? So, let's think about it.
Camila being a little bit more direct in her reply here, saying dog 3D models on VR chat that are practically
Camila, stop snitching
around on camera for hours.
Snitching.
Can't even show a little bit of underboob. It's so incredibly unfair. Either allow both parties or don't let either at all.
Damn. She said, if I can't have it, nobody can. Ah! Fucking Camila. Snitch ass.
Kuchan saying,
I still love you though.
2D under titty is the real danger to society. As giving the biggest pushback here.
Technically speaking, all this bullshit is detrimental to society. But it's good entertainment.
Is the application Warudo, a 3D VTubing software program, and saying, hey, developers of Warudo here. Warudo is a 3D VTubing app used by many VTubers on Twitch. We appreciate your effort to better accommodate VR chat players, but your policy
now the companies are getting in.
Let us explain.
Now companies getting in. Let's go.
VR chat as a VTubing platform, utilizing full-body VR tracking to interact with their viewers, not other VR players, while immersed in VR chat's virtual worlds. However, VR chat is not the only way to do this. VTubers who don't have access to or don't like VR use alternative apps. Some even develop their own 3D VTubing solutions in Unity or Unreal Engine. Number 3, your policy is unfair. Why is using VR chat exempt from the entire policy when streamers using similar apps are effectively...
Bro, this shit is just unfair in general, to be honest. It's not just VR chat, blah, blah, blah. Bro, this is bigger. Like, there's a lot of people getting fudged. I'm trying to stop swearing, it's hard.
Streaming the same type of content. And 4, your policy is unenforceable. If using the same avatar, same background, and without other VR players present,
it's not properly enforceable. Okay, remember, guys, this is Twitch, the billion-dollar company. They let their nuts hang. Okay, they want to ban everybody that's not a man. Boom, they can do it if they want to. Is it fair? Hell to the no. Are we going to stand for it? Hell to the no, right? But it is something that they could technically do if they really wanted to. Damn, they get sued the hell and back.
VR chat is literally indistinguishable from other VTubing apps. You are pushing all the 3D VTubers to just use the VR chat tag regardless of what they use to stream. Please fix this. The VTubing community is more than happy to answer any questions you might have and collaborate on a fair policy. Warudo clarifying further, we are not saying that VR chat players equal VTubers. We are saying that there are many VTubers who leverage VR chat for VTubing. So the policy distinct.
Yeah, bro. Okay. Um, damn. A copycat VTuber. Oh, that's drama. I'm not interested. Even more VTubers. Look, bro, I'm not gonna watch any more of this. It just does not sound right. It's not fair, obviously, and there's a lot of reasonings and a lot of examples. Legitimately, like I just went on this long ass video. Like this is legitimately like messed up, very messed up, right? So I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let you guys go do y'all thing, right? Fight for your right to be on the platform. Fight for your right to dress how you want on the platform as long as you know you're not breaking the guidelines. And have a good day, bro. Just have a good day. I know it's hard. I'm not talking to the VTubers no more. I'm just talking to you guys for now. Bro, just be careful, man. Have a good life. Have a good life. All right, y'all be safe, man. Y'all have a good one. Uncle Sean out.